welcome to episode 21 of the Igloo. That was a horrible voice crack. I'm so sorry if it's your first time here and if you're returning. But yeah, I'm Nick. Hello. Um, I'm doing my little talk show thing I do here. It's the Igloo. I do this once a week. And yeah, that's it. I'm Nick. Welcome if you're new, if you're old, welcome back. And let's get into it. I wanted to start off quick with this one because I'm a bit paced for time this time because what do you call it? Not that I have to get this out. This is actually being recorded on Thursday, so this is very early, and it's only Thursday 1 in the afternoon. So I literally just had lunch, and I say lunch, but I just had some nuts. Was about it. I wasn't really too hungry, but yeah, cool thing. I'm recording this one really early, which if you're a returning viewer for the Igloo, you would know that that's not very common for me. I'm usually recording these the night of it, or what do you call it? If not the night of it, in like a couple hours before it would come out. As in, these come out on Fridays usually, and yeah, I usually record these horribly because I'm just horrible with time. I also like to let the week go on, as in, I don't want to record these on a fucking Monday, or like the day after I just imagine I recorded these on let's say what's a good day? That would be a horrible day really to do it. But let's say I recorded these the Friday after I posted the current one. So like I post one and then I record it right after. There'd be nothing going on. Nothing would have happened in a week, and the whole point of these, if you don't know, is technically it's like a diary in a way that I basically get to like, have fun and talk about stuff that I don't want to make videos about, or just, I like to just talk about stuff, it's fun to talk about stuff and like see where it goes. But technically this is in a way a diary for me, and I like that. It's like I think I said diary recently because Some Ordinary Gamer, if you ever heard of him, he's a really cool YouTuber that I watch, and particularly with him, he calls his YouTube channel that. But I thought that was corny. Like, he's not wrong. I think he's right that it is like a thing kind of like that. But I thought I could give it a better terminology, so I'm gonna call it just a time capsule because I remembered the like the Nickelodeon time capsule. If you don't know what this is, I'll give you a quick thing on it. It's basically just Nickelodeon made a time capsule back in like the 80s or 90s. And like any other time capsule, if you don't know what a time capsule is, for the love of God, Google one. They're not too insane. But basically, they have a time capsule, and it's basically a storage of knowledge. Just a short thing of knowledge, and like things from that time period, particularly the 80s, which is pretty cool. In particular, though, I am excited to. I say excited. I don't know what I don't know what I'm on about. I didn't want to. This wasn't a topic I thought about. Like, this isn't on the list of topics. This was more just a thing that I thought about while sitting here. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I want to start calling it a time capsule because I think that's cooler. So we're calling it a time capsule for now on. A time capsule is much cooler than calling it a diary. I'm not saying a diary is like, weaker or anything like that. Or really, I'm not calling it really anything. I kind of just like the idea of calling it a time capsule. It holds the same. That has more cool energy to it than calling it a fucking diary. Not that that's a bad thing, calling it that, but I think it's funnier to call it a time capsule. It's like if the vaults in Fallout were called like, I don't know, the safe houses. The vaults, like vault tech and everything, that shit's cooler. Like, no one would call it that. No one would, like, vaults are just cooler. Like, vault tech and everything. I don't know what I'm on about. This is how this usually goes. It's usually me talking about something that I either, like, thought about, that I wrote down, or just some utter dumb shit that I thought about while sitting here and talking with, like, myself. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this today, so let's get into actual topics of the video. So first topic is, I want to talk about Ultra Kill a little bit. Ultra Kill is not on the list, but I thought about this before I got started. This was something I was going to put on the list, and I didn't get around to doing it because I just you know, I thought of it while getting ready. And in particular, I'm now top 1,000 in Ultra Kill. My name shows up on the Cybergrind leaderboard for in the game. I don't know if there's like a speedrun.com version of it, but for at least in the game, right? I show up in the what do you call it? The top 1,000 for the I believe this is basically the normal of the game. So I'm playing on normal, I believe. And it is fun. And I enjoy it. This is like a small topic. I didn't want to really go into this too much because there's not really much to talk about. It literally is just is that simple. I'm in the top 1,000 and I'm very proud of it. My highest round is 43 and yeah, that's a short little mini topic I want to talk about because I thought that was cool and maybe very happy. I got that yesterday playing my first time in this game for that day of playing it. That was my first time logging on to play Ultra Kill, and I got that the second I logged on. I was playing for a friend of mine. Funny enough, in a call, I was in a Discord call, and my friend's like, "Oh, like the cyber grind," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I love the cyber grind," and I basically played it for him in the call, and it was really cool because I got that while showing it off to him. So that was really fun and awesome. I was very happy about that. But yeah, I guess next topic. That there wasn't really much to say. It really was just that's really cool that I got that, and I'm proud of that. Um, I don't know. I'm not like the lady, like the lady who was like, oh, that's the Tetris kid, and she got mad at the Tetris kid. Like I'm proud of my accomplishment. I just I could do better. I'm not like the lady that's like, oh, that's not really an achievement in your life. I'm proud of that shit. She could suck my dick if I ever got like number one. And she like was like, go outside, like suck my fucking dick. That's an achievement in my life. You can like look at you. You're just some fucking low grade weather reporter who like anyone can replace your job with. I did this, and I'm proud of it. But yeah, that's not what I want to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was basically for I guess let me actually get into the list of shit instead of like going on random rants. Today it's a ranty one, but let's get started. I'm gonna keep getting distracted. I'm sorry. Um, if anything, I'm just happy to be back. Let me tell you, this episode is really special to me because I haven't been on the internet in like I've been on the internet for like 2 days now, right? I would say 2 or 3 days. But let me explain. So if you're new here, obviously I'm playing this on PC because I have a computer and that's really cool. And I'm dead. Got it. Come on, wait. I'm not dead. I lived. Holy moly. Sorry, like I'm playing Ultra Kill while doing this, and Ultra Kill is a bit of a more concentrative game. I usually am a little bit better at like um I guess like doing gameplay while talking, but I'm a little rusty saying that so let me get into the topic because it's all connected. This is like some Da Vinci shit that like we're like this is there's a bigger meaning behind all this. So first of all, my computer has been out of commission for a little bit. If you're in my Discord, if you're not part of that, if you want to join it, I don't like promote shit, but obviously I'm trying to grow an audience here. Um, yeah, if you're interested, Discord, all that shit. But cool thing is that my computer was broken for a week, and that's not cool. I don't know why I said that was cool, but anyway, my computer has been broken for about a week. Really 2 days, but we'll call it a week. I say let me get into details so it makes more sense. So first of all, as a couple of you may know if you've been here for a while, I've had some issues with my computer, but I didn't know what they were for a while. And then I found out what they were. And what they were was basically just my CPU has been fucked. And my CPU has been fucked. I say my CPU, but my cooler CPU, I don't know terminology for computers, so I'm not good at that. But my computer's been broken. And in particular, I was going to fix it. I bought a new part, and it's working, sort of. My computer is still running warm, which is a new issue that is coming about it. We originally thought my computer was running warm because a thing was broken, which yes, it was broken, but also it's not the full reason why it was warm / broken. So it's a big thing. Basically, I don't want to talk about the whole thing because, for the love of God, I've been doing this shit for like a week now, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. For months, I was trying to figure out what was wrong with it, and I only figured out recently. And then when I fixed it, more issues came from it. So, excuse me if I don't want to talk about it as much, because it's been what a fucking train. Because first of all, I got the new part. And then it was like, yay, I got the new part. That's a good thing. It wasn't. Because the part I got, we goofed up the measurement. And when I say goofed up the measurement, it didn't fit into my computer. So, if you could put one and two together for a second there, because it didn't fit in my computer, I basically had a new problem, which was I had to order a new one because I don't have thermal paste to put the old one back in, which I didn't even want to put back in because it was broken. And who knows what could have happened if I put a broken part into my computer. I didn't want to find out. So I chose not to. So for the last 4 days, I had a non-functional computer. And that was purely for the fact that I got the wrong part, or not the wrong part, I got the wrong size because we goofed up the measurement. Technically, we didn't, as in me and my friends who were helping me fix it. All my friends have been very helpful. For the ones that have just been like, hey, this is what you could do, to the ones that have sat with me in calls for hours, aka Tony and Turbo, man. Fuck, man. Like, they have been troopers with me, because I am like a Neanderthal. I know so much more now about computers, let me tell you, than I did before this breaking. Because when this broke, I was terrified to open my computer. Now, not so much. I am fully confident about opening my computer. I am fully confident about pretty much doing anything with my computer. Because I spent so many hours trying to fit that the part that didn't fit into the computer by just doing all kinds of crazy shit for hours. And let me tell you, God, it was a pain in the ass. Yeah, basically it was a pain in the ass, and it took so long to fix, but basically, those guys really helped me out, and we got the correct part. It's in the computer right now. My computer is still running kind of hot, even though, like, I have technically a better cooler, because, for all the technical nerds that, I guess, care about this info, and maybe, like, you know, be able to give me some advice, I guess, if you're even interested in doing that, any technical people. But either way, any technical people who are interested, I got actually, funny enough, it's right here. It's a Kraken 240. Originally, I got a Kraken 280. Or whatever the fuck it's called. It was the same brand, NZXT, all that shit. And, yeah, let me tell you. Not an easy thing to fix. Or, not an easy thing to fit in both ways. I had to really snug it in and really only had one place to put it that it would work efficiently. That was worth the money I spent. Excuse me. Fucking throat. Drink some water real quick. Water. Okay. But yeah, like, wow. Let me tell you. Not an easy thing to fix, purely for the fact that, not an easy thing to fit, I should say, not fix. Purely for the fact that even when measuring it, my computer did not like it going in it. Purely for the fact that the way my case is, it's not a small case. It's actually a pretty large case, I would say. It's not the size that counts. But either way, yeah, it took so long, and it was such a pain in the ass to get the fit that eventually, when I did get the fit, I didn't even touch that computer that day. I went to bed. I'll be real with you. I was so tired. I made sure it turned on. I checked if everything was still there. You know, I checked storage to see if storage got fucked somehow. I did everything you could think of. Purely for the fact that this fucking thing was the worst, one of the worst experiences of my life. And I mean that as in, holy fuck, a money reasoning, I should say, because, sure, college is, you know, scary, because, you know, I want to pass, because I paid for the classes, and I don't want to, like, you know, waste my money. So it's like, yeah, of course I want to pass, and of course I don't want to waste my money for that. But it's more stressful, I would say, to build a computer and, you know, make sure it works than to do that, purely for the fact that that is money that now may be wasted. Because, you know, it's expensive for a computer. Like, sure, I'm putting thousands of dollars into a computer to make sure that shit works, and I'm hoping it works. You know, it's working right now, thankfully. But, yeah, it's more stressful, I would say, to do things with computer, purely for the fact that, well, yes, it is. Oh, he fell. All right. Well, yes, college is stressful for those reasons. It's more stressful because I have to. This is one sitting. I have to make sure the shit fits, works, and then if it doesn't work, I need to figure out what's wrong, if I installed it correctly, if any other of the 10 different problems that can happen are happening, or maybe it isn't my fault, maybe it's faulty, because, yeah, funny enough, my original one that was broken, not only was it brokey because, it was old, but also it was probably faulty from the start, saying that when I took it off the hinges and everything to put the new cooler in, I found out a cool little surprise because if you've never taken off a cooler before, which a lot of my friends have it, funny enough, which is why this was stressful because I didn't really have much of their help to take it off because a lot of them have not replaced their coolers. They have made they if they ever had to replace their cooler, they have built new computers. It really was that simple. They balled in and they got their shit first try. Like when they got their shit, this was a one-time investment, and they made sure it worked the first time because holy moly. That or my friends have pre-builts, because I have a couple friends that have pre-builts, which, good for them. Because, God, it probably was a nicer experience than doing what the fuck I'm doing. Or what I had to do. And it's because I don't know much about computers. Like, I'm happy to know the knowledge I have now. I should point that out. I'm happy I did it, because if it ever breaks again, or if I had to do anything, I have a lot of knowledge. I don't have to wait for people anymore to be like, hey man, my shit's broken. Can you help me? Well, yes, I still don't know everything about it. I can at least open it up and check some stuff because I have knowledge now compared to before where I was literally just like a fucking caveman with a rock looking at looking at Atom Smasher from fucking Cyberpunk. I was so oblivious until I taught myself more about this shit. And God, was it worth it. Because, well, I don't know everything, and I still rely on a lot of my friends to know what the fuck I'm talking about, or even doing, because, they got years of knowledge while I don't. Yeah. It's still very nice to know that, how do I explain this? Um, it's just nice to have help, is the best way to put it. But, anyway, I don't want to rant about this for too long. Computer works now. Some things are a little bit messed up, but I don't think it's their fault. I'm pretty sure the best way to put it is my case isn't the best. And while yes, I have a better cooler that is doing its job, my computer is still a bit warm. But it's not its fault necessarily. It's more the fault of my computer is, doing what it can, but that's it. It's doing what it can. Just because I have a good cooler does not mean that airflow is the best. And right now, I believe the biggest issue is, while it is working, the airflow is not the best, and that is because I need to get a new cooler. Or not a new cooler, a new case, which is even more scary than, putting in a new cooler, which I was told by a lot of my friends this was scary because they literally didn't know what they were doing, and they know I don't know much about what I'm doing. So it was extremely scary for a lot of reasons, but now I'm even more nervous because I think I come to this conclusion myself, and I've run it by a couple friends of mine that it probably will be the best case scenario to get a new case, saying that the current case is not the best. It was good to start off with, but now we've had some time to look at it and, think about what's wrong with the computer, and it's definitely that. At least that's what we've come to the conclusion of. Because everything's working. Everything's working very well. I'm actually very happy with the way it's working. I'm very happy that I was able to put it together. This was a good week for me. In terms of, things are working. I've learned a lot. Probably more than I've learned in college, funny enough. But, that's a whole different topic. But, yeah. Let's get into a different topic, because I still have a lot more to talk about. Particularly, I want to make fun of people. You guys, any of the younglings out there who watch this, if we have any younglings, I just got myself with a grenade launcher, goddammit. But yeah, basically the best way to put it is, I want to make fun of some people because, have you guys heard of the Stanley Cup? This is a little topic I've been informed upon by a couple of friends of mine, and just by looking it up after hearing about a news report of a girl who got bullied for having a fake Stanley Cup. This is real. This is real. I didn't know what a Stanley Cup was until this girl got bullied, and I went, what the fuck is a Stanley Cup? Because first of all, I didn't know what it was. So, when I heard someone was getting bullied over a thing that had the word cup in it, my brain immediately went to, no way is this fucking girl, or I believe it was a girl. Yeah, it was a girl, who got bullied over a fucking cup. You know, the shit you drink water out of? Yeah, apparently that's a new tier of getting bullied these days. When I got bullied is because I was a fucking nerd who played with Legos and fucking, like, read comic books and shit. Like, I watched fucking Dragon Ball. I watched anime. You got bullied back in the day for watching anime, not for fucking owning a cup. Like, what the fuck are you getting bullied for owning a cup? That is, you would be under the radar for having a cup. Like, if you... To get bullied for a cup is some next level shit. And I say next level as in, what the fuck is there to bully over a cup? What does this cup do that is special? And let me tell you, it is nothing. This special cup, the Stanley Cup, shit, like, this shit is being held up like the chalice that Emperor Callus has in, what do you call it? Destiny. This shit's apparently, like, the crown jewel of what kids can have now, but I don't get that saying that it's just a fucking cup that keeps things cold or warm. That's it. It is a cup. You know what used to do that for me when I was a kid? The fucking mac and cheese fucking soup container thing I used to bring to school for when I used to go to lunch. And the one I had cat dog on it. So, I don't know what the fuck kids think they're, like, people used to get bullied for their teeth, their clothes, the way they said shit, the way they looked, the fucking being poor. Like, you would think, oh, maybe the Stanley Cup is expensive. That's why it's a thing that's like, oh shit. Maybe you don't understand, Nick. Maybe it's expensive, and, you know, maybe they can't afford a real Stanley Cup. That's why they had a fake one, and they thought that would make them cool. This shit is $50. That is cheaper than a $60 video game. This shit is cheaper than fucking... What is cheaper than this? I'm trying to think of what's cheaper. That would have been cool back in my day. What is something now that is cheaper than that? I bet a fucking regular cup is cheaper than that. You can buy fucking food for cheaper than that. Like, what do I have in my room? What have I bought recently that's cheaper? I got a fucking poster. I got a one-piece poster. I'll put this in my Discord probably after I'm done recording this, because I got a poster recently for cheaper than that. I got a fucking, what do you call it? I got a statue, a one-piece statue for Christmas. That was cheaper than that. And a real statue, not the fucking shitty knockoff one. I got a real statue for cheaper than that. Like, what the fuck are you paying $50 for a Stanley Cup? And I'm rounding this shit up, because from what I remember when I looked it up on Google, because I looked into this shit, when I looked into this, you can order it for around $55 to 40-something, is what I saw. So, this is Nick knowledge here. I could be wrong about this. Maybe in store it's more expensive. Maybe there's special, like, shit you get with it that makes it better, but from what I've looked at from my research, from the Nick Google search, this shit is cheap. And I obviously, not everyone's going to have that kind of money. Not everyone's parents are going to want to buy them a Stanley Cup. But you bought a fake Stanley Cup for fucking practically $60, which is a game. What are you buying a fake one for when you could have just got the real one for probably not even too much more? If you did, I want to know what a fake one went for. I couldn't find how much this person bought their fucking Stanley Cup for. Because it is a Stanley Cup. It's a cup that you're drinking shit out of. I didn't have a cup fucking growing up. You know what I had? When I, fucking wanted water in school? I went to the water fountain. I didn't bring a fucking... I brought a water bottle from home. I bought a water bottle or got it from school. There was no Stanley Cup. There was none of this shit. I'm 20 years old. I'm about to be 21 years old in March. We didn't have this shit. And obviously, the times are different. Shit is different. The rules of the world are different. It is a cup. I don't give a fuck. I will bully all those kids that bullied this kid for a cup. I will bully all of them for their raggedy-ass fucking haircuts, their fucking deformed-looking teeth. They got the Timmy Turner choppers. There are 10,000 other things you could bully a kid over. You bully a kid over a fucking cup? I'm gonna bully you for having the real cup. This really bothers me. I might make this into a video. I might make this into a video. No, I'm doing it. It pisses me. It pissed me off enough. We've entered that territory. Stanley Cup rant. I want to make this to a video. It's a fucking cup. I don't give a fuck what the cup does. The cup could cure cancer. The cup could make... I don't fucking know. It could cook soup. I don't give a fuck what the cup does. It is a cup. And people are getting bullied over a cup? It's a cup. Like, it is... I'm generally so mad about this. This is like, you could bully a kid over 10 other things. You chose the cup? I want to, like... I'm a grown man. I rage in video games. I'm raging right now. And, like, you know, I raged as a kid. I got bullied as a kid. You know, I was bullied. I was bullied for fucking many things. I was bullied for not being able to read as fast. There were many things that got me bullied as a kid. I wasn't smart. I had a lot of shit. I was like, you know, I was the dog, like the, oh, what the fuck is that? What is it, Ed? You know Ed and Eddie, the dumb Ed? I was the Ed of my group. You know, like, okay, Double D. I was that kid. So, there were 10 other things that get bullied for as a kid. As far as Gump, the kid that's a fucking, like, the slow kid in that movie, is it him? I forget what movie it is. There are 10 other things to get bullied for. Many other things to get bullied for. People got, like... What is going on? That you could get bullied over a cup? Have we run out of material? And are we like SNL skits that, like, we're like, digging into, like, Super Mario to make a skit with Elon Musk? Like... Why are we bullying kids over a cup? I don't have anything else to say about this. If I keep talking about this, I'm just gonna get pissed off and keep basically repeating myself. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna talk about something else. But I'm going to rant about this. I'm gonna gather all the info. I'm gonna figure out what grade this was. Because first of all, it depends on what grade you're in too. Like, if you're getting bullied in your fucking senior year of high school over a cup, and, like, they're reporting this shit on the news, you're a fucking loser. First of all, the people who bullied the kid are a loser. Because, you know... Well, bullying is funny. You're bullying a kid in high school. You're in high school. You're about to be fucking going to college, or, you know, you're working a job. Are you really worried about a kid having a Stanley Cup? You know, not, like, there are many things going on. People got fucking crazy shit. I'm getting too deep into it. I should save this for the fucking rant. I'm saving this for the rant. But yeah. I don't want to talk about it anymore until then, because I'm going to waste all my fucking jokes and all my wisecracks at, like, all this shit right now instead of doing it there. But anyway, next topic. Apple Watches are getting banned, particularly the newest Apple Watch. My mother, funny enough, my mother has an Apple Watch. We got it as a bundle for, basically, you know, we got the family plan for getting phones. And when we got our phones together, we, you know... all got our phones, and they offered us, because there's 4 of us who got a phone for the bundle. There's me, my mother, father, sister, all that shit. And, we all got our phones. And because we bought all the phones together, they gave us a, a deal, that if we bought all these phones, and then paid for unlimited data, I believe it was, that we got? Yeah, unlimited data. We got a good-ass deal, let me tell you. We got a good fucking deal. But yeah, good deal, really cool, loved it. And, I'm very grateful for my father, you know, like, helping us out and getting all this. I say helping us out, but supporting us with phones and shit. It's really cool. But, yeah. She got the Apple Watch, and she chose to keep it out of all of us, because personally, while I'm a little techie boy, and I like technology and shit, I build my computer and have fun, I don't care enough about an Apple Watch. I wouldn't use it. I don't go out enough. I'm too much of a fucking bedroom fucking shackhead that, I would never get any purpose from it, and even if I did go out more, I still wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it, and I wouldn't care about it. I wouldn't have any purpose for it, if I'm being completely honest with you. There is no purpose to it for me. It is quite literally useless to me. And, yeah, that's why I don't want it. But, yeah. Funny enough, so she has one. That's basically the whole point of bringing that up. And, they're releasing a new Apple Watch. And I've kept a pretty close eye on the Apple Watch, purely for the fact that my mother has one. And if she ever wanted a better one, I can let her know about, like, the cool stuff about the better one. And, like, deals and everything like that. You know, there's, like, cool little things I could do and be a good son. But yeah. So, the cool thing about the new Apple Watch is it's no longer coming out. At least that's what I heard this morning, is that it's not coming out anymore due to, 2 reasons I wrote down here on my notes here. Is, Apple Watch banned blood oxygen sensor. because it has apparently a blood oxygen sensor. I don't know if the one my mother has that. I'm gonna talk to her if she has that because I don't think that's personally me. I think that's not probably healthy, saying that they're not doing it, and I don't know why. I believe it just the people that give the okay behind technology, basically, to my knowledge, were like, "Whoa, what the fuck are you putting blood technology into people's arms for? What a watch?" And they basically said, "Hey, we're not letting you do that." And I don't blame them. That sounds weird. That sounds like the Futurama nail the fucking phone into your head shit. You ever seen Futurama? When you get the Futurama phone, the mom phone, the way they put it in your like the way you get it is you get it nailed into your fucking head. It's weird. It's weird. And that's what this sounds like. Um, I don't know. I don't I literally don't know what to say, except that yeah, that is they're monitoring your blood and shit. I guess that's good for people who need that. Like I guess like I don't know people who have sicknesses that they need to keep an eye on that shit. Their heart rate I guess could be connected to that, and that could give a better look at the heart rate if I had to think about it. Um, there's probably reasons why they did that, and like I don't know them. I don't need them because I'm a healthy individual, hopefully. The most I got is alopecia, my hair's falling out, but I get that treated. So, whatever. Um, yeah. So I don't get why you would have that or how they got even to the point of building it. And then they got told they can't build it because wouldn't they want to warn them before they spent all that money building it? Because now you can't get it, to my knowledge. I don't have all the Carfax. I don't know if things have changed about that. And in the last couple hours when I did this, because I mostly saw this and was like more interested. Not the fact that they blocked it, because it's like, yeah, sure, they're not releasing it. I don't want it. I don't care about it. The thing that interested me about it is the fact that they're doing it in the first place. It's like, why are you doing that? That's just weird to me. But yeah, I guess it's cool. We're getting better with technology or whatever. So yeah. Hooray, technology's been canceled, I guess. And Apple takes another L. They are trying to sue Epic Games, and maybe that's why. Maybe they knew in advance. They knew they couldn't get their Apple out. So they gotta sue Epic Games now for tying in a lawsuit or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Next topic though. I got some more shit I want to talk about. Um so first of all, young Sheldon. I keep making this joke to my friends. So this is a joke that I've been wanting to make on here for a week now, and I am okay with making this joke. I don't give a fuck if it isn't funny. It's funny to me. And it has made me laugh every single time I have made this joke. So suck my dick if you don't think it's funny. I think it's funny. Um, the joke literally is just that. Did you guys know that Young Sheldon is going to be ending in a week, and that the Young Sheldon show is going to be getting a spinoff about Georgie? Aren't you guys concerned about Mima? I say it's a joke, but realistically, I guess it isn't a joke. It's just a real fact that Young Sheldon is going to be ending next month. So that's something. Say goodbye to Young Sheldon and Young Sheldon enjoyers. I am not a Young Sheldon enjoyer. I have not watched The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon. I want to, and I plan on doing it soon, sooner or later, because I don't know when I'll do it. But I've been very interested in Young Sheldon for a long time, in The Big Bang Theory, purely for the fact that my mother, my entire life, from when that show was on, my mother watched The Big Bang Theory. And I never got it. I'm like, they're fucking nerds, and I'm not a nerd. And now I'm older, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking nerd. I know I am. And I kind of want to watch it because it sounds funny, and it looks funny. I've seen some clips. I've seen the clip of a spoiler alert for The Big Bang Theory. Apparently Sheldon doesn't like to drive or whatever, but he can drive, and he never told anyone but his current wife because he gets married or whatever. I don't know. I don't really care about the lore about Young Sheldon. It's a fucking sitcom or whatever. I don't know. It's fucking Young Sheldon. If anyone cares about the Young Sheldon lore, I'm sorry that this is where you care about your lore. Um, but yeah, it's really funny because he does that. There's funny clips I've seen like that about the show, and I think that's goofy. That's goofy humor. I like it. I thought it's funny. But yeah, like I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what else to say. It really is that Young Sheldon's ending soon. That's kind of all I have to say about it. It's ending soon. The fall of a titan, if you will. Young Sheldon has fallen. What a tragedy. I really I don't know what to say. Next topic. Guild Wars. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 with a friend of mine, and it's been pretty fun. I don't know if I talked about that on the last episode, but either way, I want to talk about it because I want to give you guys some more lore about it. I guess. I don't really care for the story in the game. It's just okay. Honestly, I don't really care about it at all. But it's okay. I like the gameplay though. I've never played a game like that. I would compare it, I guess, to uh the fuck's that game called? World of Warcraft. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like World of Warcraft, and that's kind of cool because I never played that game, and I've always wanted to get into it, saying that it sounds cool. But the reason I haven't gotten into it is purely for the fact that it's been around for a long time, and I've heard it's pretty hard to get into. And honestly, I don't know much about it. Outside of that, I don't really have any people that could teach me it. I've heard the mechanics are a bit tough to learn and could take a while. And I honestly don't really want to dedicate too much time into it. I like playing it for fun. I'm not gonna become like their next biggest fan or whatever. I'm just enjoying it because it's a fun little game I've been playing. And yeah, it really has just been a fun little game because I've been upgrading my character. I think I'm level 24 at the moment in the game, and I've done a little bit of the story. I've fought some world bosses. I've been having a good time on it. Um, yeah, that's kind of it. There's not much to say about it. It's just a fun little game I've been playing. Try it out. It's free. You can play it for free. Then they have DLC. I'm not sponsored or anything, but if you're interested, I guess to give it a shot, and you don't really want to get into the other game I mentioned earlier that I already forgot about because my brain turned off. But yeah, cool game. Give it a try. I give the Nick stamp of approval that it's pretty good. Um, I guess the next topic. This is our funny topic. You know, we always talk about Clash of Clans on here, and yeah, I want to talk about Clash as usual. It's really a short topic, and yeah. So I guess real quick, I'll actually pull it up on my phone real quick. So I'm gonna be editing this anyway in a second. It's a short episode, only about 40 minutes. It'll be. I got some stuff I gotta do, and family's gonna be coming home soon. So yeah, I want to make sure I get this recorded before family comes home. Before I hear the Ring doorbell fucking go off, the fucking literally anything else you could think of in terms of noise, loud people, family, all that. But yeah, um, so yeah, I'm about to go to the next town hall. All I have left is a couple archer towers, two cannons, and my that's it. My I guess walls too, but walls I'm doing. I don't need to use elixir anymore. I've already maxed out everything that takes elixir, so never have to worry about elixir. But anyway, maxing out my cannons, my archer towers, and my walls, and then that will be it for Clash, and I'll be on to Town Hall 15. I'm super excited. Um, Actually, I want to show you guys my leaderboard, so I can show you this while I'm here real quick. So be cool. So I'm gonna pull up my leaderboard so you can see it. There we go. Yeah, but what do you call it? Um, let's see this. But yeah, new town hall. I'm excited. Almost everything's maxed out. Literally, my entire laboratory is almost maxed out too, but that's only taking dark elixirs, so I don't have to worry. All my heroes are maxed out. My pets are still being maxed out, but you know, it's only two of them left. The Lassie's almost done. The Electric Owl's almost done. The Yak is currently be upgraded. And the Unicorn, I will do last with Books of Heroes. But there I am. I'm 1,182 in the leaderboard. And that's so cool. I'm very proud of that. I want to get into the top 900, and I want to get lower to even that, so I can, like, you know, look cool and shit. Because I honestly, I enjoy getting better at the game. But also, it's cool to show off, like, where I've gone. So, you know, this is cool. But anyway, this has been the Igloo. Thank you if you're new here for sticking around this long. And thank you for all of you sticking around this long. If you want to tune in for another episode of this, obviously just follow the YouTube and everything. And if you want to be kept up with other stuff I do, I got a Twitter and a Discord. But that's it for this week's episode. Thank you for watching the Igloo. I hope you enjoyed.